Hey, yo, I want to talk about Tarkir Dragonstorm, the latest expansion from Magic the Gathering, and as you may have seen from the thumbnail, several things related to that set that I find to be absolutely insane. Three things specifically. First, it is crazy to me that of Magic's standard legal releases this year, Tarkir feels like the only one that intends to recapture that old school flavour of what I know Magic to be. Yeah, I know, old man shouts at cloud, but honestly, I look at this set and I think, yes, that's Magic the Gathering. That's how it should be. The last time I could say that about a non-remaster set was Foundations way back in November of last year. And I know that Edge of Eternities isn't out yet, so I can't judge it, but it just doesn't inspire that same feeling from me. And yes, I also know that Aether Drift had its fans. Oh boy, do I know that from the comments. But as you could probably tell from my video on it, I wasn't one of them. And everything else this year is Universes Beyond. So currently, it seems to me that of all Magic the Gathering in 2025, this is it. This is the Magic the Gathering set. And I think that's crazy. The second thing I find insane is that as Magic the Gathering sets go, I actually think it's pretty great. I recognise there's been reports of production issues over quality. I also recognise there were stock and availability issues for some during pre-release. I recognise the current state of world trade has negatively affected prices and distribution globally. I recognise power creep has once again reared its head, pushing the game further still in a direction that I'm not a fan of. I even recognise the narrative, which was supposed to be the culmination of the Dragonstorm arc, whatever that was, left me pretty nonplussed and didn't actually focus on Tarkir itself very much at all. However, with all of that being said, me, the Red Bobcat, who I'm frequently told is the most negative content creator for the game, thinks that all things considered, this set is still a win. And that's insane, because do you know how good a release needs to be for me to overlook negatives like that when doing a video on it? And I'm not just negative about Aether Drift. I did it to Aftermath, I did it to Thunder Junction, I did it to Modern Horizons 3, and I even did it to my beloved Innistrad, kind of. So Tarkir Dragonstorm must be doing something very right for me to not want to complain about it here. And the third thing I find insane is the actions of Xatu Games. Longtime viewers will know this UK-based board game company, link in the description, sometimes send me free things without context. Last time it was this Innistrad Remastered Play Booster box, a set I actually really love by the way. But I don't have a contract with these guys, not even a verbal agreement, so imagine my total gobsmacking shock when they sent me this Japanese collector booster box. Hey Xatu, are you out of your mind? You don't know me, I promised you nothing. Why do you keep sending me stuff? This box is not just a collector booster box, something I've never been able to afford to buy, but a Japanese collector booster box. For my part of the world, the most ultra rare type of collector booster box. I hear the Japanese print quality is really high, but I don't know that because I've never had a chance to open a Japanese booster before. That's how rare they are, but here's an entire box of them. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to do something, so okay, here's the video I guess. This week was supposed to be a quiz, but I'm going to bump that to next week because I cannot believe what Xatu have done here. So let's get my assistant Dr. Hands to open up 6 packs, half the box, and I guess I'm just going to talk about how cool this set is and my favourite card from each pack. YouTube's most negative Magic content creator is just going to nerd out over Tarkir and struggle to read Japanese. That's the video. You want positive content? Then here we go. Pack 1. Okay, Dr. Hands has laid the cards out for us in the order he opened them. They appear to be reversed in the packs to my eye because first we have our traditional foil token, our rare or mythic slot which can also contain a bunch of other chase cards, our 2 non-foil rare or mythic rare booster fun cards, 1 non-foil rare or mythic borderless or extended art commander card, 1 traditional foil rare or mythic, 1 non-foil or traditional foil full art land, 1 traditional foil common or uncommon draconic card, 1 non-foil common or uncommon draconic card, 3 traditional foil uncommons, and 4 traditional foil commons. Did you get all of that? Me either. Hey Dr. Hands, how do these Japanese prints feel to touch? Odd, alright, yeah, fair enough. Dr. Hands is not a man of many words. Anyway, our spotlight card for the pack is this Borderless Clan Showcase variant of Naga Fleshcrafter, which as you can see is a blue card, but it's also part of the Sultai clan, and because of that, the clan colours, blue, black and green, are actually represented in the background of the art. All of the other clan showcase cards do this with their background art too, and double that visual effect with these cards' white text on pure black text boxes has resulted in a lore-informed aesthetic that I really think is neat. I like looking at these cards. Pack 2. Oh wow, look at that. Well, my eye is immediately drawn to that full art land. Some of the artwork in this set is gorgeous. However, our spotlight card for the pack is actually this borderless alternate art Baron Steep Siege because once again these cards are a flavour win. As you can see, the casting cost is white-black, but if you can read the rules text, you'll see it references the white-black-green Abzan and the white-black-red Mardu, because those are the two forces being represented as in conflict on the card. And when it comes into play, you have to pick a side in said conflict, meaning this one card that represents two sides can thematically fit into a deck representative of either of those two sides. And that's possible as both the Abzan and the Mardu use white and black mana, and thus both are capable of casting it. This is genius game design. God, this set is so great. These sieges are so smartly designed and loyal to the narrative. This set is such a flavor win. Pack 3. And oh boy, I know what our spotlight card will be just from the way it shines. Yeah, you guessed it, it's this special guest dragon scale foil printing of the fetchland Misty Rainforest. Wowza. I am not an MTG finance bro. I'm a collector of cards I open, I don't tend to sell them. I'm one of those game piece people, so when I buy singles I don't bother with foils or alt arts. Meaning I don't keep up with card prices. Nothing against anyone who does, but I don't treat Magic like a stock market. It's just not something that interests me, it's why I don't often talk about individual card prices in my videos. And as such, I may have even opened some expensive cards here and just not noticed, because I'm really more interested in Magic's lore and flavour. But even I can tell that this pull is going to be worth something. Dr. Hands, give it a shake so we can see it shine. Nice. That foiling is gorgeous actually, I'm starting to understand the hype behind these Japanese prints. Beautiful card. Pack 4. Oh okay, I know what I want to talk about here. And this is such an interesting choice for them to have made. Our spotlight card is... Oh man, through the power of editing you'll never notice, but I do need to stop and Google the name of every card, so I know what it is in English. Hang on. Scavenger Regent, there we go. And this particular variant print is known as one of the reversible dragons, because if we look at the backside, it's the same dragon, but as a baby? I guess to reflect the fact many of these dragons are newborn from the dragon storms. There's even a plot point about that with Sarkhan in the story, but yeah, I'm not sure who this is for, but I'd be willing to bet it has its fans, and even if it's not for me, I still think it's a fun include. Pack 5. And, okay, I'm going to make an odd choice here, because this is actually less about Tarkir and more just about collector boosters in general. See, our spotlight card is the token, as I've noticed every single pack has had one, while play booster packs sometimes get art cards instead. Which is confusing to me because there's been feedback during certain token heavy sets like Bloomburrow that there weren't enough tokens to go around. And yet, here's not just one, but a double-faced playable token in the collector booster, whereas the collectible art cards are in the play boosters. Seems like a weird choice to me, and I think they should swap it around. What do you guys think? Pack 6. Oh, and there she is. I was hoping she'd come up. Our spotlight card is of course the traditional foil rare Narset Jeskai Waymaster. The de facto protagonist of the written narrative and quite frankly a character I feel was robbed in the story as we kind of skipped over what's been happening in Tarkir, what the other clans are up to, what the spirit dragons are, what the dragon storms are, and what Narset's involvement in them was in like the first 5 minutes, via a play that's just an exposition dump, before we're then moved on to talking about Jace and spoilers Nicol Bolas. Potentially a telling choice for the Tarkir narrative to not really be about Tarkir, but also recent years have taught me to somewhat disregard the written narrative as Magic's story is often seemingly better represented by the cards anyway. And as narratively important cards go, I think Narset is a good one. I'm glad to see it here. And that's it. That's all 6 packs. But there are 6 more left to open, and I want to do that on the channel. But I had no idea this was being sent to me. I didn't really know what kind of video to make, so hey, let me know in the comments what kind of thing you'd like to see when I open the next 6 packs. Should I do this again and try and chat about the cards? Maybe I combine the packs with the 6 I opened today and try and do a Commander Scramble. Maybe you've got another idea. Let me know what you'd like to see in the comments below. Also, what do you think of the set? I think it's great, and honestly, I hope it sells. I want WotC to see that a set focused on Magic's own IP can do well, and that maybe they should do more of them in the future. The only way to affect big corporations like Hasbro WotC is to hit them in the wallet. When a product is bad, I'll advocate for not buying it, as I've done in the past. But hey, if you can afford it, I think Tarkir Dragonstorm is really good, really flavourful, and that people should buy it. Oh, and speaking of shops, I also obviously want to send another massive thank you to Zatu Games again, link in the description for their website. I personally shop there all the time. Last thing I bought was this Viking-themed Risk but with RPG elements board game called Blood Rage, which is loads of fun, would highly recommend. And while they do ship internationally, I want to get real with you for a moment because As I briefly mentioned earlier, times are tough right now. Any kind of expenditure is one that people are really going to need to consider before they make a purchase. We live in interesting times. But if you are in a position where you're able to support a local business, like Zatu, sure, but any local business, including any game stores near you, then please do. Do not bankrupt yourself or put yourself in financial straits due to the advice of a cartoon cat on the internet. But I believe game stores like Zatu and smaller are the backbone of the Magic community, and without them, the gathering part of Magic the Gathering will become much harder to do. In my opinion, they give this community so much but are reliant on us to keep the lights on, and without them we'll be left with either buying Magic direct from WotC, which we've all seen what that's like lately, or not being able to enjoy new fantastic products like Tarkir Dragonstorm at all. And I feel like maybe the world needs a bit of Magic right now, in more ways than one, so hey, check out Zatu's website if you're able to, check out any local business if you're able to, and also come support me on Patreon so I can keep bringing you videos like this. No joke to end on this week, I hope you're all doing well, truly, and look after each other out there. Let's have each other's backs. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you to everyone that supports me, like Eggboy the Particle that permeates all existence, Wanpako Jozu, Miss Murder, a random Patreon, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. I'd like to once again thank Zatu, they've been great to me this past year, I honestly can't believe what they sent me. And I'd also like to thank the sponsor for this video, me and my Patreon page, where you can get your name credited on screen too. Check it out in the link in the description below. Hit the like button, leave a comment, install an ad block, and most importantly subscribe and share this video with a friend. Hit the notification bell and do all those things the algorithm loves. If you agree or disagree with any of my points, or if you want to see me do a video on another subject, let me know and I will see you next time.